Good afternoon. This is Angela at 3 with ADHD. I have not been able to do my Ask Me After My Adderall skip for the last couple weeks, and we've just had a ton of illness and treating yeast overgrowth and all kinds of craziness, dance conventions. So I wanted to get back into it. One of the moms at OT that I run into every week had said to me, she had sent me a question, and it was a really good one. So I did want to answer it. So you're going to get a couple Ask Me After My Adderall videos this week. So make sure you send your questions for this Friday's in as well. So one of the questions was, that she wanted to know was, what is after school like? She had three other children actually, and has her child with autism, and she just, after school homework is a nightmare, and just it's hectic in general, when not even having to deal so much with the homework, but just dealing with completely the whole routine of after school. So it was for us too. It was an absolute nightmare. I was ready to kill myself. It was so bad. So my daughter has ADHD, pretty severe, and she has done amazingly well off of her medicine and us treating some underlying medical conditions and vitamin deficiencies. But afternoon, for some reason, is just the worst time for both of my kids, and it's the worst time for me. Like, my brain power is at an ultimate low. I'm so overwhelmed by the afternoon time. My husband works almost into the Boston area, in Westboro actually, and he doesn't get home most nights until 7, and if it rains it's even later. So I'm so low for after school homework, cooking dinner, all of it, like most women are. So, or stay-at-home moms or parents. So I have a big blog post about homework, which I'm going to upload as well, so that you can see kind of what we do with homework. But I'll show you, because that's the best way. I'm a visual person, to show you what our system is. So when my kids get off the bus, we found these charts on Pinterest, and I'll try to upload it or share it on the blog. I love it, and it just gives like a very basic what to do scenario. Again, my son's very visual, so is my daughter. I am as well. A lot of kids with ADHD they need visual prompting, visual reminders. And I have one here, and I have one in my kitchen as well, where they do their homework. And then this little system, this is our cubby, which, both my kids have spots for it. And we put Velcro, and I even give them 3 chores that they have to do. And I Velcro the ones that I want to do for the day, because they change all the time. One of the things I learned when I did their chore chart was that I had them doing the same 3 chores, or whatever chores, 3, 4, 5 chores every day, and they were the same. They didn't really change, and they ended up getting very bored with it. Another thing I have, I don't know if you can see, when they take their bags off, or take their lunch boxes out, they have a spot inside my pantry. Don't look at how bad of a mess my pantry is, where it has 2 hooks, and it says make your own lunch, because at night I've been having them, especially my 8-year-old daughter, get into the habit of starting to help me pack their lunch. I obviously look it over and I help them with it, but they're at the age where they need to start helping out, because I'm only one person, and I think it really helps keep their brains active, and makes them not be entitled brats and just expect that mom's going to do everything. So as much as I love doing things for them, they need to learn what it's going to be like in the real world when mom's not going to come with you to your new apartment when you're a teenager and pack your lunch for you. So I have that. They put their lunches there. They empty them out, obviously, like any containers they have for their sandwiches and stuff, and they throw that in the sink. They have to get their folders out, and I kind of have a mom command station right in my kitchen, and they put their folders on that part of my counter, so that way I don't have, and I have a little bin that I keep it all in, and that's so that they don't just, both kids are like, Mom, look at my folder. Mom, look at this. Mom, and I'm like, that was another disaster. So they know that they put their folders in there, they put their lunch boxes in thing after they clean them out, and I'll look at what's in their folders, each of them, while they're starting to do their homework or they're starting to eat their snack. So snack I even lay out for them on days that it's, a good thing, a good day. And then I even have this little container that has everything that they could possibly need for homework. Not like they need a lot, but pencils, color pencils, glue, scissors. I have doubles of everything so that they can't fight, and I keep it in the center and I pull it out before they get home. So this is kind of what happens on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Monday and Wednesdays they both go. My son gets picked up with my daughter, and I have to go. I have to get them a couple minutes early before school lets out, and I have to get them to North Kingstown because my daughter dances on Monday and Wednesdays for a few hours. So she does some of her homework in the car, like her iPad work. And luckily our teachers give us the work at the beginning of the week, and we can kind of pick and choose what days. So she does a bulk of her homework on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But she'll usually try to read or do something like that in the car on the way there. But I would say your best bet is keep decision making at an all-time minimum. You have to remember that they're kids, and as much as you want them to make choices, and that's great, that to keep them reined in and focused, it's routine and it's scheduling. I always used to say, why does my daughter do so good at school, but then she comes home and she's a train wreck? And the teacher used to say to me, oh, well, it's routine, it's constant, it's the same thing every day. They get used to it. If you give them too much freedom, they just can't deal. And that's not all kids, but especially kids with ADHD. So I try to limit the decisions in the house, and it makes things calmer for me, and it makes things calmer for them. And I keep them in one area. We get it done, homework, right when we get out of school, because if I let them play and then try to come and sit back down, it doesn't happen. So I'd rather let them get it over with. Yes, they've had a long day at school, but for my kids, that's what's worked, because if I let them get distracted and play, I can't get their brains back in work mode. So you have to kind of figure out what works for you. In the afternoon, hopefully some of these skills will help you for learning what your routine is after school, but my biggest suggestion is have a routine. So that was a little longer post than I normally do, but I wanted to catch up. And again, I am going to be doing another Ask Me After My Adderall skit on Friday. So get your questions in. I want some really, really good ones. Again, it can be about anything. Just email them to Angela at 3withadhd.com, or you could do just 3withadhd@gmail.com, and we will hopefully get to answer yours this Friday. And any questions about any of the things I showed you, feel free to email me, like where I got things, and I will, like I said, upload that post about homework as well, and I'll give you a little bit more in depth about what our homework routine is. I don't want the video to be 30 minutes long. So have a good afternoon. I hope the kids get off the bus kind of normal for you, and they don't put their backpacks at your face like my kids do sometimes. Have a good afternoon.